So welcome back to my Snowrunner chill let's play. In today's video we should be continuing on the contract we were doing in the last episode, which is going to involve us grabbing some long logs and then taking one to Norton's house, which is all the way over here, and the other two need to go to the lumber mill, or the sawmill in this instance, but let's mix up that. So the downside is though, they're not easy to get to because they're not on the map where we need them. So we're going to first go to Black River to get a long log for Norton's house, as I believe that to be the easy one. And the vehicle we're going to be using is the White Western Star, because I'm actually curious how it handles long logs, as I actually don't know if it should. It done the medium logs in the last episode and I was quite impressed by them. Also the lights are so good, like we can see everything. In between episodes I did repair it because it's only £2,000, or like 2,500, and it was quite beaten up, so I thought we might as well give it like a new look because it also looks so tatty. I mean, it's got all-wheel drive, hasn't got diffs. I don't think we need diffs because the amount of weight we'll have on the back wheels, it should be fine. We're going to Black River first. It's going to be quite a lot of driving today. And it is only 3 trips we're going to be doing. The second two I don't think will be that long because we're going to take them from Drummond Island to Island Lake, and it's actually a pretty short journey. Don't remember how, it shouldn't even be that difficult, I don't think. So this one's going to be the longer journey and probably the difficult one as well. Because we need to get long logs, and I feel like we might take the dip across this area. I feel like it could heavily impact me though. Because the way I have often gone is around essentially the main road. But it'll probably take like 15 minutes. Whereas going this way definitely won't take nearly as long. Or there's a chance that we won't make it. And I'll be honest, I don't know which. But I'm gonna find out today. If we get stuck, that's a later me problem. Okay, should be getting daytime soon as well. Got low, and depending on how it gets through, I'll go through there with lots as well. Because I mean, we got to test the truck a little bit. Careful of the barricades because they can do damage. Now there is puddles. However, I do think the side you want to go on is the left side. We're going to take it super slow. Which I can't remember. I don't use this crossing that often. Try and just edge your way from slowly, because if it hasn't got diffs, spinning the wheels is a bigger concern than most other vehicles. Still moving. So. Yeah, I do think the left side was a better side. I actually can't remember. This was the side where if you do get stuck, I don't think there's too much to winch out there. It's good because we are spinning the wheels more. Quite deep enough to sink. Trying to just be really careful not to put too much oomph on it. I'm actually quite impressed we made it. pretty much the entire way without needing to winch. I mean, even if you do this, you can't really get stuck here too much. Because, I mean, there's poles you can actually winch yourself along. Definitely a quicker way. It's not like the fastest way ever. If you've got a more capable truck though. So. Again, lovely. Our wheels really aren't on anything drivable yet. It's actually really bad. But when this thing has quite big tyres, it's not actually deep enough to get fully stuck, I don't think. So even if we spin the wheels like full speed, it was still... It's a month. Come on. Just can't get grip. Yeah, I think if we have logs on us, it might actually help quite a lot. Yeah, we have made it. It's not bad. That could have done damage. Right, next to the logs. And we should better go back that way, which will actually save me a lot of time. Because my only goals for this video is to get all the logs done on this contract, and this is the last log mission in this region. Once it's done, I think once we've done this, we got a bunch of like easier missions to go do. And then after that, we got some of the like bigger missions. And then we're pretty much done, other than a couple tasks we've left till last. Then we're going to do clean up of all trailers and try and suck up any fuel we can find. Okay. Which is kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. Good because it gives us more grip. Bad because it means we've got more to pull through. It's kind of like a double-edged sword type of deal. But it's going to help us have more downforce. I'm not sure if downforce is the right word, I should say. I've been saying it a lot. I genuinely don't know. Come on, you can pull. But anyway, we got more weight on the back wheels. It's kind of the thing we're after. Yeah, I'm curious how this thing does. Because I really like it. It was also a vehicle when I first played. I really didn't see the value in it because it didn't have diffs. Because in the early days, I just thought no diffs. I mean, I used to only use vehicles that had all drive always on and the diffs always on. If it didn't have that, I didn't use it, essentially, so I missed out on a lot of good trucks because of that. And this unfortunately was one of them. So, and I mean, power-wise, I mean, it's gone up here with no issue. So, this truck will probably maintain one of the main ones if it can cross the river. If it can cross the river with long logs, I'll be very impressed. And by cross, I mean without winching or anything. Because any vehicle could cross the river with the use of a winch, so quite interesting to see. And I think you can toggle all drive on and off is also good. Now we have already driven through here as well, which may mean slightly harder drive. Extra, I don't think we're going to get stuck. Drive on. Okay, I might be eating my own words here. We may get a little bit stuck. Only because the front wheels don't spin nearly as much as the back, which I don't know why. Okay, I mean, we can winch ourselves in. I use a controller and a mouse at the same time. I don't like winching without a mouse. It's one of the main things I love about playing some PC. Is doing the controller winching is borderline painful. It is pretty much what I expected. Can we winch you to there? For some reason, winching from behind you is always easier. It's a really good tip. Don't know what it is, but winching your trailer upwards as you drive makes everything go a lot smoother than trying to pull yourself from the front. Which I don't understand the physics of, but we are happy for it, nonetheless. And also, if you are going to get like caught up anywhere, it's definitely not a bad place where the view looks really nice. So winch point everywhere where we need one. There was a winch point everywhere we need one. Okay. This vehicle might be struggling with power a little bit, which is not really surprising since we have put like 20 ton worth of logs on it. Stuck on a... okay. Actually becoming a pain. And this is where, even though it's a shorter journey, it would have been so much quicker to just go the long way. But I mean, we did want to try. I want to be able not to get too close because we will get our trailer caught. Oh, we can just about reach. Perfect. Yeah, it definitely would have been a hell of a lot quicker to get the roadway. At least with the logs. On the way there, you can get through this quite easily, but... the logs as well as though is quite a challenge. Especially I think this thing mainly has a power issue with it. But no diffs, because the wheels are just spinning, they're not actually like gripping. Nearly on some solid ground. Come on. Oh my god, it's made it. That's why you should probably upgrade a winch as well. Used like half the fuel. Used probably just a quarter just on that bit. Okay. Luckily though, we can get fuel on the way back. One job. One obstacle. So now we just got to go to Norton's house, which we can grab fuel on the way. Bring the fuel truck to us when we get there. Then we can go all the way to Norton's house, which also, because I was a smart boy, there's another truck here. Now, I do have memories tipping at Norton's house. Don't remember if it was with logs or not. I know I have tipped previous playthrough. I think along that. There's a road I've tipped along that. So I'm going to be wary of that. So you get to like literally the end and then you tip. It might be a bit down here. But I know I've tipped like at the place. So we're going to bear that in mind and not let our guard down until the logs are out of our truck. Because having an issue like that happen is always the saddest thing that can happen. I'm going to put it in higher up hill because this thing is it's hauling, put it that way. Let's leave you here for the time being. And then we'll just go to the GMC, which is currently our fuel truck, which just have enough for you. Just gonna reverse it. I do feel like we've been eating fuel like there's no tomorrow. Because I feel like it's only like 2 or 3 episodes ago I filled this thing back up. But what we'll do, just give it, wait for your player. What we're going to plan to do is at the end we're going to try and fill up as many trailers of fuel as we can. I'd take trailers to a new map, would I? It'd have to be at the actual truck. Well, 1 or 2 trucks we can dedicate to fuel. Then we can take in between regions and all that good stuff, which will definitely come in handy. I do believe I've also got a should be a cost. I know between garages we have to pay to transfer vehicles. We can recover for free, but if I say want to buy a vehicle in River Map, I would need to have either pay a fee or drive the vehicle to their garage and then recover. So, got that to bear in mind, and also I believe going between regions also has a fee. I don't know how much either, I can't remember. Let's say it's like the default price for it. The issue is I don't know what the default price is, so we're going to find out. I'm hoping there's nothing too outrageous, but if it is quite expensive, we'll just have to be a lot more thoughtful, because we bring it does seem to have a power issue. I don't recommend this, but I'm going to try and put it in high and just see what happens. Maybe high range is kind of the thing it needs to be in. Just that will spin enough so that it actually grips. Because I think the tyres are just about big enough to where it's not going to sink in these sort of conditions anyway. I think it was a power issue. I'm trying to go like slow and gentle, but this thing seems to need a bit more of a faster approach, maybe. Very different how I usually drive, but going slow, the front doesn't move at all. How do we not get to that train from it? And once we go, yeah, I do think his thing struggles a little bit. I mean, if you need to get something made to be, you can probably do it. Do I say probably is because we'll find out. One thing I do like is it actually seems to do quite well with the power. Which, considering the P16 is the other truck we got to use for long logs, that struggled quite a lot. The P-Star, I struggled with having the front end go up and around. This thing does seem a lot more stable and also a lot more powerful. Because getting up this hill without too much of an issue, like it's in high, it's just climbs. The only downside is in worse conditions it does seem to struggle a bit more than the other two. Kind of depends on where you go and it will do well. For us, there's not really any like super bad conditions. should do the job. I'll have a top up just in case an issue occurs. We are fueled. That's the wrong vehicle. There we go. We are fueled for the journey. This mud is not what you want. That tree was as strong, I'll give it that. Right. Round we go and up the hill. Round. Now the up. Okay, assistance is required. There's movement, good. It was nice to see when you move after using the winch. Oh, okay. I think there's been a proper struggle. And this is only for one log as well. It's kind of thing that irritates you with the logs. This, I don't know who needs this much wood. Do you possibly need? It was this bit where I've tipped in the past. Because it does have a bit of a, on it. I'll be honest, even that I'm not a fan of. So, safety winch. Always give it a quick test pull, make sure it doesn't just straight out the ground. Then we ride down the hill. There we go, wonderful. Yeah, I reckon that bit's quite a few people. Oh, this bit's really bad. Oh my. I might be in trouble. I was too busy looking at where I just passed and did not look quite so much where I was going. Some proper. This is probably the worst train. There we go. Okay, this bit sucks. Some metal beams, wonderful. Trying to keep at least like one side of the vehicle on more solid ground. Okay. Done. Set of logs. That took about 45 minutes, it's honestly mental. Good news is there's only 2 more logs left. Now, where did I leave? I left you somewhere closer to where we needed to be. Because we get logs from here. Essentially, we just go pick up logs from here, and then go from Drummond Island up, and it's basically one road. Oh, and you can go from Black River through Smithville Dam, then come out here, and then yeah, but that's still a very long journey. So I feel like best bet is to take the P16, which is only made for logging. Across this, I can't remember if we did go across this. I think it was with the base start maybe. We'll go up there to Drummond Island. I think that should be the plan. Because this thing's a little bit closer, plus the White West Star's proven its worth, but yeah. What's the worst that could go wrong? Yeah, so we went from a vehicle that had no diffs, and then we're going to a vehicle which has no all-wheel drive, and a lot worse quality lights. I mean, I do quite like the P16 actually. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, I will be trying to switch up vehicles as and when an opportunity occurs. And I think one has occurred, so we're going to do it. So it's simple as that. Because you could always use like the optimal vehicle for a job, or easier vehicle, or just whatever. I'm kind of focused on more just giving vehicles an opportunity to prove themselves. Because I want to find what every vehicle can do, and where it's kind of like limit is. I hate driving through this. I don't do it often. It's not particularly bad. I'm just, if it's the type of thing where if you do make a mistake, there's very little you can do to save it. So diffs is always on. I actually forgot about that. I'm not a big fan of. I've noticed with this game, I do particularly like the safe and slow routes over the quick and dangerous ones. Like, I don't like high risk. I'd much rather have low risk, low reward, which is not my usual thing. In this game, I try and keep as chilled as possible, essentially. This game is really relaxing or really frustrating. There doesn't really seem to be much of an in-between. I'm just double check it. This was the park, wasn't it? I think it was. Honestly. I'm just glad it's not dark, because I do not use this crossing enough to have full faith in my ability to see it in the dark. Which with these little lights which barely light up anything. I've done quite a bit, actually. Be cool there. To be honest, like the only water crossing we really have in this game, or in this region, and in the entirety of the base game, I want to say. Because I know Yukon had some good streams and rivers and stuff. It's deep, okay. I was going to drown then. Come on. I'm just going to go straight because I don't really fancy turning on that. That's what it's called, I do not know. But that's what we're going to go with. Right, just getting to this place has taken 15 minutes. I don't think we've got anywhere too bad. There is fuel on the way as well. Should be. Well, there's fuel nearby, so. It's a concern anyway, because I don't know how much of it we got left. This thing's actually quite efficient. Okay, so I got a little scout. We used to go off you. Yeah, okay, that's perfect then. We just got to drive along the main road. Go there, go this way, go along there. Imagine we can use that fuel. Might as well. Go along there, go along there. Go to log station, go there, then go to Iron Lake. And then it's just a case of drive to and from Iron Lake twice. Straightforward, simple. He says. Will it be? Yep. Force on upgrade then, but it was just, I think it's the eyes that sometimes appear. Yeah, it was. I saw yellow and I thought it was a check mark, I think. Kind of creepy. Not a fan of it too much. Makes you feel like you're constantly being watched, which in a game where you're kind of like always on your own, it's not the comforting thing ever. I'd also love to know whoever designed this bridge have done a great job. Because how it doesn't like rot and break, I will never know. Yeah, I hope the next bit of this journey should be relatively straightforward. I don't think there's too much in the way between the two, it's just basically a straight road afterwards. I don't think fuel might be the only issue actually. I'm going to do a winch turn here because this thing's turning sideways is not good for that. This train does suck, so I'm actually going to stay to the left side of it. The fact that this thing we're way on it, that really isn't too bad for it. I didn't jinx myself. I can't turn. Come on, you beast. Okay, new plan. There we go. The train is actually on the one bit of like a drive area. Good thing is when we come back, I believe the area should be reset because we've changed map. Hopefully it makes it a lot easier. Right, I feel like it's been night time for ages. Okay. Yeah, pretty much a straight road, which I don't remember being too bad. I remember it being bouncy. Maybe a little bit uneven, but we got fuel on the way. And we are good. We done the bridges. It should be as straightforward as you like, and then we just got to go back, pick up more along, come back along, job done. That simple. Really. Because also this game does have quite a it's also one of the games that has the highest like skill. What's called like skill curve or whatever. I can't remember the name. What it's called. Like most games, ease you off, teach you how to walk, how to do this, or give you some better equipment so you can fight this thing, or whatever. So it kind of eases you into it. Snowrunner essentially teaches you how to walk, and then proceeds to just drop you down the bottom of some stairs and tell you to climb it. Like, because the fact it gives you vehicles with which are not capable at all. Like they don't get good until about level 12 when you can get off-road tyres and stuff. So the game really basically forces you to learn how to drive, go through all the shit conditions without actually giving you equipment to do it. which way a lot of people quit the game because they can't get into it. It's the initial, like, kind of step thing, or whatever you want to call it. It's super difficult. Because I know I've had quite a few friends who have started playing the game, and after 5 hours they've essentially given up. Which is not really what you want. Considering the game is quality. Like, once you get past that bit, the game actually gets really easy. Like, one of the hardest bits is always starting again. This game, like, because you start off with nothing, you have less options of vehicles, you have less tyre options, you just have a whole lot less options, which then in turn means you have to do things that aren't be the way you would want to. I do need to engage my brain a bit to reverse a trailer. I mean, I nearly messed up. I was being impatient. I can actually reverse trailers okay in games. It's just for whatever reason, this game is not one. Because the trailers move at different speeds to what the vehicle moves at, and then you're always just jacking off it. And good news is, daytime has approached. I kind of wish there was like a day counter. I mean, I kind of wish I'd tracked that at the start actually. It'd be really cool. Because I could probably do a rough estimate by my videos actually. I did put the route we added. Definitely be an interesting stat to know, like how many days in game I've actually spent doing it, because I can't time skip. That'll be a pretty nice thing. The only issue is you can only check when I check the map, which isn't particularly often. I did see, I think it was on Reddit, someone had a mod where the map was in like, the top left corner and always on, so you could see constantly where you were going and what you were doing. It was like having a little map in the top corner would be so nice. I will say, I am giving games a try playing without HUD on a lot of them, and I've kind of noticed a decent difference. You kind of get to appreciate the actual world a lot more. Obviously some games it doesn't work as well without HUD. Like this game, it's got the basically when I want to change gear, it comes on, because when you press L1 or the clutch option, it comes up when I change all-wheel drive, it comes up with information, and DFC comes up with information. And then if you want to check stuff, you just press the function menu and all the HUD comes back. So, when playing without HUD, I don't really notice it. The only thing you might see it do is sometimes I'm in reverse where I don't realise my diffs on or something like small little stuff like that I might forget, but do that regardless whether the HUD was on or not, so it doesn't actually make that much difference to me. So this, the whole thing feels a lot more... attention is more on your vehicle and the world rather than all the stuff. So I just think in games I'm trying to do more. Which I do think is kind of an issue with a lot of newer games, is they are kind of overwhelmed with HUD stuff, because HUDs are very helpful. They give information, but I feel like games do better when you tell that information without needing it in a HUD. Like, presumably in this game with fuel, sometimes it with a little green thing in some vehicles. I don't actually know how you get it to appear. It's like the fuel thing, you don't even need that really. There's little ways to show you. Did you get it to use to work? Hey there you go. Like this thing's wet up, but you can see the fuel moving around and stuff, so like... I'd much rather a game that sort of feature than just having like as such. It is more convenient to have the HUD like this so you can see everything at once. It's also, I think, part of the issue comes from a game trying to cater to essentially everyone, which I think is why you're getting quite a lot of like generic games can come about quite often now. It's because back in the day, games were made more as like Dark Souls, for instance. The original ones, or like the early ones, they are not made for like the casual base or anything. And then Elden Ring, I'm not going to say it was made for casuals as such. Like compared to other Dark Souls games, it was a lot more casual friendly than previous ones. Which, whether that's a good or bad thing, I won't comment on because I've not played it. No, I did buy it and play it. So, it definitely was a lot more casual friendly than other Dark Souls games, which I have. It's an interesting, not fully like sat down and completed one, mainly because Souls-like games, I respect people who play them, put it that way, because they're quite far away from my comfort of turn-based games. So, I'm particularly like at them. There's a small skill issue. It's just the fact the amount of effort it takes to restart and do all that, like, which is why like the kind of obscure Expedition 33, that game. It's a nice middle ground, but it's a turn-based, so Souls-like in a sense, like with the parry, the dodging, the monsters having a million different attacks they do, and like, I did enjoy it. So a Dark Souls game or Souls-like, I would actually enjoy, because I even tried the Stellar Blade game, which is a game I will come back to. But once again, I had quite a lot of difficulty getting timings down and that kind of thing, which I find my reflexes aren't as good as they used to be, but also I feel like a part of it is the fact that I just haven't played them games much, so I have to think a lot more. And also back then when I was playing it, and the same, I was playing a bunch of other games at the same time, which I'm going to assume makes it a lot more difficult because you're not going to remember stuff as clearly. Attack patterns like timings of things and all the little stuff. So I do think if I Stellar Blade I will play again because I have released it on PC, which I was very interested in. So if I ever see that on sale, decent sale, we will probably buy it. And that game was absolutely stunning, and the fact I haven't finished it is kind of offensive. So that is something we will be continuing. Like as I mentioned, I think it was either this video or last video, I can't remember. My backlog of games is, and one of my goals for 2026 is to crack down on them. Because I mean, but also my issue is I don't particularly like rushing games, because I know I could rush through games, get to the credits, and then say I've finished it. But for me, that's not how I like to play a game. It's like I'll never understand these people. I think these people not in like these people, but just people who game comes out. Let's say the game comes out on the 15th of whatever month. They finished it by like the 17th. How? Like, it's impressive. Because I find even if a game is like really good, I do kind of like to especially if it's got a deep story to it, or a good like story or plot. If I finish it all in like 2 days, story doesn't have time to build on you, and the characters don't have time to build on you and everything, because you kind of whiz through it. Whereas if you spend like 3 weeks playing a game, a couple of hours every day sort of thing, the characters build on you a lot more, the story hits a lot harder, everything kind of just impacts more, which is what I enjoy most about games. And that's the same with like TV shows, films, anime especially. I learned how much it changes, because I used to watch, I don't know if I've got into anime, I kind of came to anime quite late, because I started watching like obviously things like Pokemon, a little bit of Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, and another like anime cartoon-esque, essentially like really much Western, like popular Western anime, I guess you could say. And then I used to, when I was like between like 8 and 12, I used to watch a lot of like TV series like Big Bang Theory, Friends, that kind of stuff. More so because my sisters used to watch it on TV, and they used to have TV over me, so I just used to watch it. Whether that's by choice or not, 50-50 really, like. So I used to watch like all that sort of stuff. I don't know what you would call it. I guess like reality sitcom-esque stuff. So used to watch that a lot. Then I moved on to playing games more. And I essentially stopped watching everything, which is why a lot of my friends as well have always like been shocked by any new TV show that came out. Never watched it. Any new film, basically anything new that came out, I did watch, which used to always kind of shock people, because I never had a thing for watching stuff. I'd rather play a game. And then I found, as I got older, I started watching films again, TV shows, and then one day, I think I was on YouTube, and there was a thumbnail of an anime. I want to say a girl, could have been a character, probably a girl, I can't remember. I was reading the comments and someone mentioned, oh, the character on the thumbnail is from so-and-so anime. I think it was something Shocken no Shauna or something. I can't remember the actual full name of it. It's like an anime from like 2007 with like a red-haired girl or some character. And I was like, I'm really bored today. Let's watch some anime. So I started watching some. And next thing I know, anime had become one of my like main things, and I went from having, essentially, you could mention any anime that wasn't like Pokemon or Dragon Ball Legends, or not Dragon Ball Legends, Dragon Ball Z, and I wouldn't know of it. Because nowadays you can mention near enough any anime, and I will know of it, and or have probably seen it. This has only been like the last, like, say 5 years, maybe 4 years. So I went through quite a big stint of essentially binging like an entire 12 episode season of an anime in one night, essentially, which was also when I used to have a huge trouble sleeping. So when you're kind of bored at night, you can't sleep, you're getting irritated. I just used to binge anime, which definitely didn't help the problem, but also made the problem more to deal with as such. So yes, I watched loads of anime, and the thing I realised, well, it wasn't until like probably recently, was I found binging anime. Like if I watched 12 episodes in one night, which is about 6 hours and a half of watching, if anyone's wondering, I found it wouldn't really stick with me. I'd forget a lot of stuff. The characters wouldn't be like names of characters you don't remember. But I found if I watch, say, one episode a day, or even one episode like every other day, everything in the anime would be a lot more. It would hit harder, it would stick more, it would impact more. So, your brain does kind of need time to process information. To one, even with anime I watch, I still binge a bit because binging is the natural thing for me. Like, try and binge a bit, have a couple days break, binge a bit, have a couple days break. Unless it's really good, then it gets binged. But then I'll watch it multiple times if it's that good, so it's not too much of an issue. So, trying to find the way you consume stuff does affect the impact. Let's get these locks in. Another 17 grand. Yeah, that contract was a big one. We have fully done Still River Township. Every single contract. And now we've got things like farming tools, which is, that one's meant to be, it's probably meant to be one of the first missions you do. None of these are particularly difficult, so it's mainly just what you're doing, like bringing stuff now. But I do think this is where we'll leave this video for today, as the video actually started off taking, I thought this video was going to take a really long time. The last bit was super straightforward, and as you can probably tell, I started rambling. And if you ever see me start rambling in this game, it's probably because it's going too well, which is always a good thing until it's not. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to leave this video here. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe, and I shall see you all in the next one. Peace.